present here, respected dignitaries, PDEU management, directors, faculty members, staff, and all the students. It really feels good to see everybody here, and I hope each one of you is in good health. I, Drashti Shah, on behalf of PDEU and PDPU IIC, welcome you all to yet another attempt to an in-house hackathon for the PDEU students for the students of our university. In the previous hackathons, PDU and PDPU IIC has organized 3 in-house hackathons, and we received an overwhelming response. So we are back with yet another in-house hackathon to bridge the gap between the industry and the academia by giving the students the platform where they can work on real-life problem statements and build innovative solutions to it. The theme of this year's hackathon is electric mobility and energy storage system. Being the energy university, this time we wish to address challenges in these areas and build innovative solutions, as this is one of the very well talked about. These two are very well talked about domains as of now. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Abhinav Kapadia, Director PDPU IIC, to address the crowd on what the agenda for this particular hackathon is. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Drashti. Thank you very much. A warm welcome to Director General Sir, directors, faculties, and extremely happy to see a lot of students participating in this event, and still they are joining in. I think the second wave of Corona pandemic has hurt us, but this is a great time for us to come back, recollect our energy and enthusiasm, and fight back for what our country is looking on, solving energy problem, and what base problems that we can address in areas related to EV and energy storage. Please give me an opportunity to guide you through for 5-7 minutes about this hackathon. So I'm just sharing the screen. I hope it is visible to all. Yes, so this time, last time it was COVID, and the university took a bid when the lockdown was, and immediately quickly said that it's time to go back home. It's time to re-energize and fight this pandemic wave. And we came with COVID 3.0 type wave. This time, after being labeled as energy university, we have to be more awakened about the real problem that nation is looking at, energy security, and how we can be self-dependent on ours. The two words that always come in our mind when we talk about this is electrical mobility and energy storage system. That's what we are looking at. And this hackathon is entirely dedicated towards the same. Quickly for just a recap, because if someone has not been part of this, a hackathon is an abbreviation of 2 words, hack and marathon. So hack is talking about creative problem solving. That is, you take some industry or real problem, and marathon, we all know that we have to run for maybe some 20-40 plus kilometers and have to give best to achieve the results. So it's a combination of 2, untiring efforts and real-time problems, and that's what we are giving to innovative minds. For students, maybe we can just simply say that's your hands-on learning. You can enhance your skills, and excellent platform to go and file your patents or convert your ideas into startups. Faculties, I think they have supported wholeheartedly. So I'm very happy to say on record that by the time we are talking about, we have already received 180 problem statements. So kudos to all the faculties. We are still counting because certain problem statements are coming in. For faculties, I think it's a great opportunity to connect with industry for real-time problems. Mentor students, I think, which they are doing very well, and also to be a part of IPR and startups. So this is what a hackathon can offer to students and faculties. Immense benefit to university, but I'm not talking about that. A snapshot of what we have done in previous 3 series of hackathon, as Drashti has talked about. We could sensitize 2,000 plus students, mentioning, hey guys, if you have an idea which is innovative, use this platform to convert them into what? Known as prototypes. 180 plus prototypes have been developed because of that. We have 6 startups that has came out of this and have filed 10 plus IPR. So that is a patent on intellectual property rights. For those people who don't know, as a student fraternity, this is something that your innovation is patented and will be there for you forever. So that is what your ideas we are patenting. I mean, it's not a moment, but let's look at some of the champions who have won last hackathon, the teams which won COVID hackathon, the teams which could file IPR, and the teams which could also become a startup. I look forward that after this hackathon, we have immense, this all targets look small and let's do it large. Why? The area, energy storage, electrical mobility is the need of the hour. We are going to give, as I told, 180 plus problem statement from filter and maybe make 50 or 60 problem statements for you. That is, if you can solve, it gives you real application to industrial thing. Further, we are going to have a lot of partners who can help you to better connect to industry and really get hands-on on the problem solving. So what are we looking at? 200 per problem statement, 180 already done. Now registration will be open, so I'm sure that we'll get more than 200 teams. All our faculty mentors are on board and roaring. We are trying to get at least 50 plus industry mentors to get you a practical insight of the things. And there will be some webinars and pitching sessions that will take you to the entire journey. Yeah. I'm sorry for the trouble. I think someone has unmuted themselves. So these are the domains in which we are going to have the problem statement.
Hello.
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 Lord.
I think Dashti, you may have to check this thing.
Sir, just 1 second.
Yeah, I'll wait for that. I think there is some digital trouble coming in. Just pardon us for the same. So coming back to the thing, these are the domains in which problem statements have been made, which talks about idiot. Am I audible, sir? Yeah, okay, sorry. I think there was some disturbance and technical front. So thank you very much. We are back. So these are the domains in which we are going to work, which talks about electrical vehicle service, mobile charging stations, energy and data analysis, reducing cost of battery and technology. And so these all domains are open for 3 sorts of solution: technology-based, management-based, and related to humanities. So how we can assess the social impact of this and how we can take it forward. So on all these domains, we are filtering out and giving you the problem statements. These are the timelines that we are going on for this hackathon. So we are almost at the 5th June. So all earlier events have been completed: announcement, nomination of faculties, and collecting problem statements. So that will end by today. We will take 1 or 2 days to finalize problem statement. That is again a hackathon for the faculty who are a part of core committee. And out of this 180, they will have to make around 50, 60 worthwhile problem statements. Along with that, what we are going to do is we are going to give you 2 events, which will be talking about electric mobility and the opportunities that is open for the students, and energy storage and what are its challenges in India. Then the main course of work will start with the for students, fraternities, and the faculties, where we'll be giving almost 3 weeks for faculties and the mentor and the students to work on solving this problem with lot of interactive sessions. We will start with debriefing of problem statement. That means that the people who have given problem statement, the respected faculties, they will come and appraise what they want the students to do in this problem statement. Followed by, there will be a lot of seminars. We will have first evaluation round and then the finale. If you can see on the right hand side, all the sessions have already been planned, starting from debriefing, then 2 technical sessions, followed by what is the world of innovation and business value propositions is talking about. One and last 2 are very critical. One is team building and presentation skills, because there is a team game. So the entire team of students have to be on toes. And one very important is how you should present or the pitch. We call it a pitch, the submission, how you are going to make it. And for this both, we will have at least 5 sessions each. So if we have 200 teams, we'll divide everybody in a 40 or 50 member team. So 40 group will be addressed on 1 batch, 2nd batch, 3rd batch. That's what it is going to come on. These are the committee members who are working day and night with the team IIC for this. From Science and Technology, Indrajit Mukhopadhyay sir, Nitin sir, Vishwesh Bhai, Samir Patel sir, Parnesh Bhai, Rajesh Patel, Pawan Gupta. For Humanities and Management, Niyati Madam and Kaushal sir is there. And Akhilesh Bhai and Akash, they are a part from Germany. These all people are actually working on problem statement composition, finding out the technical session and overall management at the school levels. Just quickly before we move to talk by the DG sir, we have learned certain things, so we want to share with the students and the faculty about hackathon. The guidelines and others would be advised, but normally look at the team composition of 3 to 7 members, and it is always expected that the teams have from different departments. Schools even better, because then you get a multidisciplinary dimension. Each team will be given single problem statement. Often that confusion came. So try to be focused on one problem statement and give your best shot for the same. Team will be allocated one. So team will select one faculty member, and we expect at least 3 to 5 sessions are done with the faculty members. Each team will be given a unique ID, and normally all the communication related to team would be related to the team ID and the project leader who will be coordinating from the side of the team. In case the other members have an issue, we are open to that, but this is how the protocol will follow. Pre-finale and final rounds, normally the presentation templates will be given, and we request the students and the faculty mentors to be specific in that templates, because your evaluation is going to be on those parameters, and the school specific guidelines, whatever are going to be there, that would be given by the schools. And for any further confusion, you can contact school admin or the faculties that have been nominated by the school. For the faculties, I think, they are already seasoned and much advanced at that stage. We request that after debriefing, I think the mentorship session with students 3 to 5 will be very important. And if there is any suggestion or feedback during that period, please feel to approach us. And also ignite that students about IPR and startup opportunities that is given by ORSP at the university and IIC. So please invite if there is an idea which we can take IPR, maybe an early stage detection will help us to convert them in fast. At the last slide, so this is just to appraise if someone is not aware about IIC. Innovation and Incubation Center of the university is ranked among 6 to 25 at the national level by ARII ranking. And this year, in 2020, we have been received as a university, best university for carrying out innovation activities. And we have more than 20,000 square feet of space. What we have for you available is prototyping and pilot testing facilities in-house. That's what we have been able to do. Right hand side, 2 last bottom points are extremely important for students. If you have any idea which you feel is innovative and can be taken for incubation, don't hesitate. Just click on this website and submit your application. After screening, if eligible, 2 lakhs rupees of grant under SSIP can be given to you on immediate basis by the university. So just on an end note, welcome to the world of innovation, where we talk about only 3 things: ideate, innovate, and incubate. Thank you very much. So I'll just stop my presentation here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite DG sir for. Sir, I've requested you to unmute. Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to all the students. Very exciting to see more than 424 here. On behalf of all the school directors and PDPU IIC, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you. I hope you're all staying safe, and some of you might have gone through the end semester exam as well. And for those in the second semester who are waiting to take the exam, wish you all the best. And I hope you will also, with your exam schedule, you'll be able to find time to join this hackathon. At the outset, let me give you a very interesting and heartwarming good news to all of you. Last week, the government of Gujarat recognized PDEU as one of the centers of excellence. This is yet another transforming event that happened. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you as much as we thank the entire faculty team for working towards excellence. You are part of it, and your graduate progression has been part of the story. Your graduate outcomes has been part of the story, and all the student activities was also greatly considered in declaring our university as center of excellence, which will have greater autonomy for us in the days to come. So this is a very good news for us to declare to you in this August gathering. Second, this is the mega hackathon of a different order that we are doing it for the second consecutive time, so as to substitute the mandatory industry internship, which last year was unfortunately swiped away by COVID. And this time we thought we are coming out of the tunnel, but again, we had to go through another very narrow tunnel, very scary. And I really feel very bad that you're all not there physically present to enjoy this week-long hackathon that we are going to have. Nevertheless, we will come back in a big way, but we will again take it with grace. And as the Director General, head of the institution, first of all, I want to offer my condolence to any of the student or faculty who is bereaved, losing near or dear ones. And mind you that our faculty has been extremely diligent to see that none of our people perish. And it has been very, very challenging time for faculty to brave through coming to the campus through this pandemic. But somehow after April, we couldn't really resist but stay back at home. It was a very scary event. I'm sure most of you might have gone through this ordeal. So we are conducting this not at a very conducive time. It is very, very tricky. Therefore, we are aware of the nitty-gritties, the imperfections that could come along the way in conducting the hackathon, with which needs a little bit of technical brilliance. And therefore, we will be there to help you. And I'm very, very happy to see a lot of teams. So before I take only 3 slides to show to you, put in context why this electric mobility and energy storage propped up, I wanted to just pull out some names, because you're all, the moment I saw most of the students for visuals, I'm turning 5 years younger. And for over 1 year, I'm starved, not seeing the students, and that has greatly distressed all of us. Okay, I see Krunal and team. Krunal, can you just unmute to tell which year and branch you are, and what your team is like? Krunal?
Good
and then
evening.
I'm going to call Alina, I'm going to call, then Rikin I'm going to call, and then Brency. So I'm just choosing at random. This is not match fixing. So you can just tell which branch and what sort of team you compose. Okay, Krunal, please.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
I'm from SLS PDEU, and I'm currently in 4th year from BBA.
Okay.
And I have been a part of IIC since past 1.5 years now, and I am enjoying everything here. So I work for mainly for the logistics department on campus, and here I work for administration.
Okay.
Thank
Great.
you, sir.
Great. Next, Alina, somebody I mentioned the name. Alina is there. Okay. Can you unmute and tell? I think somebody should permit her to talk. Alina, yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Oh,
sir. Good evening.
yeah. Can you be louder,
So,
please? Yeah.
yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So, I'm in SLS second year. I'm doing BCom, and I joined IIC less than a year ago, and it has been great. I joined during the pandemic, so all my experience has been virtual, but nevertheless, it has been really fun and a learning experience as well. And I work in the content department.
Okay. Then, Rikin.
Good evening, everyone. I'm in I'm doing petroleum engineering. I'm in second year, and I have just joined IIC just a month ago, and it
Okay,
has been wonderful to know.
good. Okay. Brency.
Hello, good evening to everyone present. I'm Renzi. I just completed my second year from SLSBA with your honors. I've been with IIC for less than a year, but it has been a great experience. We have learned a lot. I've mainly been working in the content and social media marketing department, and I look forward to working with IIC.
Oh, great. I never knew IIC is dominated with SLS, and my random pick gives a lot of weightage to SLS. That was not intended though, but that gives me full mark because my heart is warmed that SLS is dominating the IIC show. Now, corollary to what Abhinavji shared, I want the coordinators to give bonus points if your team is going to have minimum one from SPM and one from SLS in this team. And the third one, although I am not discriminating, there is no gender bias, but you get an additional bonus if you have one girl in the team. I don't know how you will fetch it over over WhatsApp or so, but I would like to see the team. I mean, in fact, I told organizers that there should be a mandatory compulsion to have one SPM and was one SLS in this team structure. For that matter, if you're limited to 4, you can even have 5 to accommodate this interest. So, okay, now let me go to this one, probably take another 5 minutes only to tell you what exactly is in our thoughts. Do you see this slide? Yes. Okay. Now, I want to put this whole hackathon in perspective, that it's almost nearly 14 months since the entire faculty cabinet across the campus, all 4 schools, have revised nearly 1250 subjects. And this has been revised to outcome-based education and also to suit the Industry 4.0 ecosystem. If you are in 3rd and 4th year, probably you have not felt it. Second year, in part, we have started implementing, and first year students, of course, they get the best of this revised curriculum, which we call it Curriculum 2020. Bottom of the pyramid here is is the energy spectrum that we are working on. In fact, you all know in the November convocation that we had, our Honorable Prime Minister understood that we have maximized our effort in almost all the energy sectors, which tempted him to even suggest to Government of Gujarat that we be renamed from PDPU to PDEU, and we now carry a special mantle as PDEU, almost catering to all the energy demands. Now, in order to become prolific and to become exclusive in our engagement with both students, and then as we give you back to the industry and to society, we are working on many verticals. All the new things that are coming in, additive manufacturing or advanced materials or robotics, autonomous vehicle, everything converges to one theme of advanced manufacturing systems, and then how we connect the manufacturing sector to the service sector through big data, cyber, artificial intelligence, and logistics, and so on. The peripherals are in the big way the service units and the circuit branch and the mechanical form the core as far as the manufacturing is concerned. So this is the transformation that has happened in the last year, and this is the motivating slide towards what we are trying to see. We are evolving as a energy university, and in that we want to talk about a smart city, smart energy, smart grid, and we are actually trying to harvest solar power plant, which you know in a big way. I'm sorry. And then you have the wind energy coming up, then thermal to some extent we have been relevant, and nuclear, of course, we have not integrated, but all these four major energy planks put together brings a smart grid, and the smart grid can be utilized for the peripherals, that is smart houses, city buildings, factories, and electric vehicles. So one of the application of what we are harvesting out of wind or solar that we have demonstrated from our university is going to be very much correlated to smart applications such as domestic application in smart houses and specifically to electric vehicle. As you know, we have 1 megawatt solar power plant, but also equally but silently, we have installed a 700 kilowatt worth rooftop solar. Now, we want to couple the goodness of vertical solar power, wind power, that can be housed at rooftop, not big turbines, but rooftop turbines, and then solar rooftop. We want to integrate that to another facet, which is not seen here, which we call it as energy storage. Energy storage and electric vehicle combines the theme of this year's conference. To facilitate this, again, this happened during the COVID captivity. Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated this 7-story building, which we have named as Translational Research Center. If anybody happened to come, you would have seen this beautiful structure almost at the entry point of our university stretch. And now some of the verticals that we have punched in here, though they are not confined to the floors, but these are the verticals in which we will be working towards Industry 4.0. There tops the energy storage facilities, then hydrogen fuel, then we talk about virtual reality, additive manufacturing, and wind energy hybrid systems. I'm also very happy to introduce in this platform that faculty members, the directors, they are put together. We are working silently on preparing the ground for PSLV, probably CS 51 maybe we will do, or 52. We will like to launch Urja satellite, and all the groundwork has been done. We have been working on a white paper on this, and soon in a bigger forum like this, we will start recruiting people for Urja satellite, which is called energy satellite with specific objectives. Now, these are some of the trajectories we have for engaging with the students. And the next one, these are some of the pictorial representation of what we are trying to do. Advanced manufacturing, then the next generation computing. You may be very happy to learn that we will be the first university in India, not even IITs, probably to set up a manufacturing line or assembly line for solar photovoltaics. We will be making the panels itself. And here is the focus for the concept that we are trying to do hackathon. One of the vertical is vanadium flow battery energy storage, because for a grid size of the order of 1 to 10 megawatt or so, lithium storage, energy storage is very limited in its capacity, because you cannot line up such a big grid for energy storage, which means you need to pack a lot of lithium batteries. For that, the useful replacement, anything beyond 1 megawatt, comes redox flow battery. This is purely a chemistry marvel. And this is going to be order of the day when you talk about big time utilities, including charging electrical vehicles, which is also going to become mandatory. So we thought we will come with a different, so roadside. Now gas stations have to be replaced by electric vehicle charging stations. Now, how many villages can go to a place like that for charging their electric vehicle? If that becomes order of the day, can we do it in a rural setup, in urban setup, suburban? And also when you have a long stretch going from one city to the other, how many useful points you can have for electric charging? These are all some of the fundamental questions that we can think, where SLS, SPM can also happily come in, because it's not only technical, but aesthetic, practical utility, social engineering, and commercial aspect, everything comes into picture. In all this, we want to encourage a digital India, next generation computing, innovation, and make in India concepts to come in a big way. So I just want to stop here and tell you, because other speakers are there, I don't want to take much time. Maybe in some other orientation, I would like to even talk about the individual theme points that we have arrived at, which Abhinav focused. So I want you to think where this hackathon theme comes from. This is not borrowed, but this is actually coming from your own curriculum. And I would dream, as the Director General, I would expect at least 30 brilliant design patents to come out of this, and probably some prototypes or design prototypes in the first place, and probably we'll try to work it out. I also want to tell you that when we talk about patents, it is to secure your authority, your authorship in the innovation. Because if you're a fourth year and suddenly you discovered something and you went out of the campus, sometimes some of your findings may not be recorded. But when we try to cautiously patent it, then you preserve your ownership, and then we can take this further for prototype and so on. By the way, I have to tell you, in the last 1 year, when we started last year, let's say last April, we had one accepted patent, granted patent. In fact, on the very first day when I joined, Dr. Indrajit hosted me a nice coffee at our coffee day. I remember that coffee time. But today, I have to tell you, we have 154 patents filed, of which 120 odd patents are already granted. It's a record granting exercise that we ever had. And full marks to the faculty who slogged it out during the stuff. In fact, I have to tell you, in the whole of Gujarat, among all the universities, including IIT Gandhinagar, probably, if I am not over exaggerating, we will be the top university who will have 100 granted patents for next 2 years. So this is a mammoth exercise, and this particular hackathon, I wish students come in a big way, because in 60 odd patents are there with the PDEU IIC, where most of the startups and students have patents. This year we want to record many patents from students. So strain your nerves, think brilliantly, and think where the marketplace is and what sort of social engineering you will do when you talk about electric utility, mobility, and energy storage. This is my view, and I wish all of you a grand success, and I'm sure you're going to have a thrilling orientation program. I hope I will be able to come and visit some of your team while you're working. And I hope somebody will also take me as a part of your team. So wish you all the best, and all the best to the faculty and team as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And really looking forward to a lot of female participation this year. That is one thing we're really working on. Now I would like to invite Nigam sir to address the faculties and students. Sir, I've sent you the request to unmute.
Dear all, good evening. We are meeting at the auspicious start of Hackathon by IIC. We are in Gujarat, and it would be interesting to note that the first unofficial hackathon was conducted by none other than Mahatma Gandhi. He wanted to popularize the spinning wheel, charkha, for encouraging made in India products. But the charkhas of those days were very complex and design, and they were not portable. To reduce this problem, Gandhiji held a contest in July 1929 to design a spinning wheel that was small, lightweight, and portable. And the prize-winning book-sized charkha is the one that he took with him in the jail. The first hackathon in the world, incidentally, also happened in June. It was on June 4th, 1999 in Calgary, Canada. Today it is June 5th. Since then, world over, the intellectuals have been hosting hackathon to quickly find out focused solutions to challenges. I'm sure the brainstorming during this hackathon would provide us not just the solutions, but also the learning of how collaborative efforts pave the way for sustainable solutions. My best wishes to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to invite with sir.
Good evening, respected Director General, sir, my directors, and my dear students. It's really a great moment for all of us that today we are going to start the hackathon for. My congratulations to whole team of Abhinav Kapadia ji and whole team for organizing this hackathon for, along with whole PDEU. Hackathon in Wikipedia means design sprint like event in Wikipedia for software development. But what we have kept objective is that electric motor and this energy storage, which is a very important topic for all of us. Today we are passing from energy transition, and energy transition means that we are passing from one energy to the another energy. Today India is consuming whatever energy, 91% of the energy is hydrocarbon and coal, 55% coal, 36% hydrocarbon, around 3.4% renewable. In energy transition, we are going from this energy to another energy, renewable energy. And energy storage is a very important point. As you know, whether it's a hydrogen, carbon dioxide, or even storing oil and gas is a big problem. I don't know whether you are aware or not, till last 3 years, we were not having any crude storage in India. We just started crude storage for 15 days recently in Odisha and Karnataka. And there is no gas storage. So it means energy storage is a big problem. And when you're talking of a renewable like hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and other thing, so energy storage, that is a topic of your hackathon. And in hackathon, what you are doing, as per the neuropsychology, one part of our brain works more than the another part. And this is an established fact for mathematicians. The left brain, they are the left brain. Why they are telling? Because they are analytical and methodical. But right brain people are creative and artistic. What we want in this hackathon, that you have to explore to use your both side of brains. And the problems, when you are putting up a problem and then you are brainstorming and finding a solutions, you have to give brainstorm and you have to use the second part of the brain. This is what is required in this hackathon. As you know, in PDEU, ever since we became an energy university, we have started working in energy sphere in a more than so many areas you might be knowing. And I'm happy to share today that in fact, today itself, it's a good day. Our Abhinav Kapadia ji, that is the director of our IIC, has signed a document with Shell. Today, the signature have been done by the other party, and we are starting 4 projects. And these projects are on carbon dioxide, hydrogen, biodiesel, and LNG, all sorts of energy. Each one of you, whether you belong to SLS, SOT, SPM, any branch, if you want to join even this sector or this vertical, I think you are invited to join this also. My best wishes for all of you. Make good team, And I hope that with the record which we have the last 3 hackathon, in this hackathon, we will going to succeed. And I wish large number of startups should be there. And people are waiting for, investors are in fact waiting. Yesterday, I was talking to Abhinav ji that some of the investors are asking me, can I invest some money in PDEU startup? So there are some investors who are waiting to invest in your startup. So you should be tighten your belt and start thinking. So, and each one of you can do. I am telling you that all 400 of you, all the team members, you can do, each one of you. The God has given brain to all of us, and each one of us have a equal right and equal capacity. So definitely what you can do, that whatever you are thinking, make a team in hackathon. This is a process. Make a team, brainstorm, collaborate, and these are the things in the hackathon. And some of you, those who are new, you may be the first time, and each one of you can become a member or a owner of a startup or an entrepreneur. And I wish all the success to all of you. And any help required from any of the faculty and from ourselves, we are always ready 24/7 in hackathon. We say that there should not be any sleep, in fact, in hackathon. So my request to all of you, that you should be always 24/7, you should be with full energy, and you should continue thinking. Once you have a problem, start thinking, and you will get the solution. And I assure you, the environment or the conducive environment which we have in PDPU IIC is the best in, it may be the best in India, not in Gujarat, because the positive things which we have, the conducive environment, the motivations, each and everything is very important, which we will not get in other universities or in other center and all that. So this is my at least belief, that if you are part of the hackathon of PDPU, definitely you are going to succeed. My best wishes to all of you for today evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. Now I would like to request Sunil Khanna, sir, to address. Sir, I've sent you the request.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Professor Manoharan, my colleagues, and my dear students. The topic is very contemporary, and therefore we have faith in our students to come with out-of-the-box thinking. But I'm going to take a slightly diversional approach. Are batteries, whether it is lithium, magnesium, cobalt, or vanadium, are the only sources of storage? People have started working on developing thermal storage solutions. Now, what is thermal storage? The technique is that you store heat from the sun in water, molten salts, or any other fluid, and then use it when the sun is not there. One of the interesting methods which they have found involves using cold as an energy source, and therefore they are calling it the ice beer system. Now I'm just giving you this one example that your imagination should not be limited to just traditional batteries, whether they are the advanced or the molten lead batteries, whatever. But start looking at ahead. It is being felt that if we want to use clean fuels, then batteries are only a transitory in nature. Eventually, we will have to move towards hydrogen, and many people in the US are now looking at compressed air power storage, which do not have any carbon print. Batteries still have a carbon print. And therefore, from a carbon neutrality point of view, we are now looking at the next generations. The Incubation Center, one of my favorites. We have worked together for 3 in the past, which were very generic in nature. This time, they have come with a very, very, very focused project statements. And therefore, my compliments to Abhinav, Drishti and his team to have thought that we are now narrowing down. And the minute he did that, I was reminded of Mahabharata. The chariot, Krishna, and his disciple, Arjuna. The focus was on the I. And so we're narrowing down into a greater focus, which resonates very well with our new name. From petroleum, we now are the energy university of the country. And therefore, I am extremely confident that my students from the university will come up with some brilliant ideas. And we then have a platform, extremely supportive platform in the IIC, where these ideas then be converted into reality. And then we see the light of the day as an entrepreneur, some of you, providing jobs to your fellow colleagues. I wish this hackathon a great success. The School of Technology has been working with the School of Liberal Studies, as well as the School of Petroleum Technologies, in looking at how we could have interdisciplinary approaches. I'm not going to elaborate that. This is not the forum. I'm just picking up the point on gender equality or the gender inclusiveness. And I hope we can get much more number of girls to come to the university and therefore would now be able to participate. Best of luck to all of you and to the Incubation Center, and also to my faculty colleagues across schools who will be mentoring you and providing you any help that you need. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries, for motivating and guiding the students and faculties and motivating them to strive for the best. This event is just a start to something bigger. I'm very happy to announce that the registrations for the hackathon are going to open very soon for the students. So keep an eye on your mailbox and the Instagram page of Hackathon for all the live updates. This hackathon will really give you a chance to turn your ideas into a commercially viable businesses. And looking forward to see you all on many such occasions, on many such events of the hackathon. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you all the dignitaries and faculties for being a part of this. Thank you.